If you are always calm, even during a heated argument while everyone else is losing their mind, you are often labelled as cold, detached, or even arrogant. People might ask if you even care at all, or even have feelings. But psychology says something very different. It says you likely possess a high-level cognitive trait called emotional granularity and a nervous system that has been forged in fire, not ice. If you don't raise your voice even when you are pissed off, it's not because you are weak. It's because you have reached a state of post-heroic absence of agitation. You have realized that panic never speeds up clarity. And if you often feel like the only adult in the room during a crisis, there are 5 specific psychological reasons why. 1. Your calmness wasn't a choice. It was a survival necessity. Psychology suggests that many people who are hyper-calm in arguments developed this trait because they grew up in environments where reacting made things worse. You learned early on that raising your voice didn't solve the problem. It only added fuel to the fire. You realized that chaos cannot be fought with more chaos. You didn't choose to be this way. You had to become this way to survive the storms of your past. Your silence isn't a lack of personality. It is a shield you built to protect your peace. You are not numb. You are practiced. 2. You prioritize executive function over emotional reaction. When a crisis happens, like a car getting towed or a sudden breakup, most people spiral into, why is this happening to me? But you immediately shift into, how do I fix this? There is a psychological switch in your brain that bypasses the panic and goes straight to logistics. While your partner or friend is screaming about the problem, you are already calling the Uber or finding the solution. You have learned that worrying rarely prevents anything from happening. It just steals your energy. You care deeply, but you care enough to solve the issue rather than just cry about it. Now, being solution-oriented explains your actions, but it doesn't explain why you don't show emotion in the moment. That comes down to this next trait. You are a delayed processor. People think you don't feel pain because you don't show it instantly. The truth is, you feel it deeply just later. You have a time to feel and a time to act. In the moment of conflict, you lock your emotions in a box so you can navigate the storm. But later, when you are alone in your room or driving your car, that is when the tears come. You don't perform your grief for an audience. Your emotional processing is a private ceremony, not a public show. 4. You use silence as a mirror. You have noticed a strange dynamic. When people try to disturb your peace or start an argument, and you meet them with absolute calmness, they don't know how to react. They often get angrier. Psychology calls this non-complementary behavior. When you refuse to match their chaotic energy, your silence forces them to hear how loud they are screaming. You don't fight them, you let them fight themselves. You have learned that a one-word answer or a simple look is often more powerful than a paragraph of defense. You realize that barking at a dog does not make it go away. 5. You are simply tired of the cost of caring about everything. You have reached a point of emotional efficiency. You used to overreact. You used to apologize. You used to explain yourself, and you got tired. You realize that peace is not a reward for an easy life. It is a discipline. You choose silence, not because you are weak, but because you know the price of your energy is too high to waste on things you cannot control. Now here's what you need to hear. Calmness is not the absence of emotion. It is what happens when emotion meets understanding. You are not cold. You are the eye of the storm. You have mastered the art of feeling the wave without letting it drown you. The world celebrates loud success, but it rarely honors quiet strength. If you are the calm one, we see you. Drop a calm emoji face in the comments if you are the one who surfs the waves instead of fighting them. And if you want to understand why you overthink when you are finally alone, hit that subscribe button and you will see the video in the description. Also, I actually created a newsletter to share valuable stuff like this. If you want to join, just check it out in the description and pinned comment.